Hello. So apparent this is my Super Nintendo collection. This is just one container, but I'll get another containers in the near future once I get more games coming up. So I'm gonna do this in like different listings because there's so many of them that I'll have to do for each genre. So this is my Super Scoper. One day, in near future, probably I'll find a multi. I think it's Max. It was like a one of those Super Nintendo games used for the military. It was like a shooter game, like a light gun shooter game. But instead of using the Super Scope, they use like a replica of the M16, and which is pretty neat. Also the cartridge, it doesn't have any labels like, which I'll show you, like this label. Instead, they had like it was written like white with the word Max, and I'll probably get that one day. So, and he's get it started. This is an attachment, a third-party attachment to run this is like a save state, but I'm just using this to actually play Super Famicom games because I don't have a Super Famicom yet. I only have two of them, which I'll show you, but in the near future I'll probably get Super Back to the Future, Pop and Twin B, Magical Dormy Fantasy, and Goemon and others. And also I'll probably get Tales of Fantasia because I have it for the Game Boy Advance, but I don't like the Game Boy Advance version. I just prefer the Super Nintendo version because of the opening and the voice. So here, and we'll go from there. Here's my Game Boy games. This is Super Scope. Game Boy games I'll do in the near future, and this is gonna be like Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, and Game Boy Color. So where do we start? So I got Beavis and Butthead. This is a good game, like one of those licensed games. And apparently, the worst of the bunch of the Batman series, Batman Forever, and to this day it still sucks forever. I played it. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible. And this is my Super Game Boy attachment. I saw Super Game Boy 2 at a store in Boise, but I think it's gone, but I do want to get it to play some Game Boy games and just Castlevania Adventures. I streamed it. So Pilot Wings classic. It was one of the launch titles for Super Nintendo. It's a good game. Scooby Doo. I played it. I haven't played it that much, but I'll probably stream it one day. Super Punch Out. This is the only Punch Out game I have. I might have to get the Punch Out for the NES because I don't have that yet. So there it is. Yes. I don't know. Like, what's Yes? Wander from Yes. Fuck this game. I'm just kidding. And this is one of my favorite Batman games all time. Adventure of Batman and Robin for the Genesis, Super Nintendo. The Genesis is good, up which I'll stream. Like it's like it feels like a Contra-like shooter, but this is the one I like. Good art, aesthetics. The art is directly from the show. Good. There's platform. It's like mostly a platformer beat 'em up, in which I like. So here. Animaniacs, I haven't played this, but I'll probably play this one day. Clue. I got that one. Nothing to say there. Lufia, actually. This is made by Taito. Actually, the second game will be made by Natsume. I'm trying to get the second one. Like, I've seen it like a couple times, but I haven't got it yet. But Lufia is obscure title, RPG title, or RPG series. So yeah. Firepower 2000, underrated shooter, shoot 'em up, made by Sunsoft, and this game along with Axley, made by Konami. The graphics are good. One of the shoot 'em ups I do want to get is Space Megaforce by Toho, and it's really good. I've seen it like a few times in stores, but it's just like it gets sold out. So yeah. Magic Sword. Magic Sword is a port from the arcade game Magic Sword. Mag Max 2. I streamed this yesterday. Mag Max 2 is like really hard for me because the bosses, especially Sergei's not round 1 but round 2, who's a pain in the ass because apparently he just shoots cannons, and then you actually have, and then like not only that, even if you want to hit him, you have to shoot the cannons first and before you can hit him. But yeah. Castlevania Dracula X. Oh. I'm gonna show you something before this thing get off. I do have the PC Engine version. The only problem is my PC Engine Duo is in a store right now for repairs, and I've been waiting it since August. But I'm not being like picky. Like I'm not gonna push because I only have 2 games, so I can't really stream that much. Anyway, but I'm probably gonna start my PC Engine collection soon. So yeah. Lemmings. Classic. Magical Quest, a good platformer by Super Nintendo and made by Capcom and Mickey Mouse. Yep. Chrono Trigger, classic Super Nintendo RPG, one of the best in the library, one of the best RPGs of all time. So yeah, Chrono Trigger. Hook. The fuck's Hook? Cybernator. I saw Metal Warriors at a store. It's still there, but I may want to pick it up, but I don't know yet. It's just fucking pricey right there. Cybernator's a good mech game by Konami. Like the music, especially the intro. Yeah. I Have the Beholder, made by Capcom. It's just a RPG. That's about it. UN Squadron. Tough shoot 'em up, made by Capcom. The arcade I beat the arcade version, but not this one. And there was also U.S. Navy, which functions similar. Which is similar to UN Squadron. Legend of the Mystical Ninja, made by Konami. It's a good game, good game from the Goemon series. It's also hard and long. Roadrunner. I don't like Roadrunner, especially the fact that you don't get like that much continues unless you put like a 99 live codes. But even with that code, it's still hard. Final Fantasy 2. It's a good RPG. Bass Master Classic. Good fishing game. Tecmo Super Bowl. Super R-Type. R-Type's my favorite shoot 'em up series. I tried to stream it. I beat it once, but I tried to stream it, and then it got too long, so I just like stopped it. But I may stream it again. This is actually a port of R-Type 2 from, I believe. Next is Rocky Road by Irem, another Irem game. This is a good platformer. X-Men. Good platformer beat 'em up by Capcom, but it's tough because it functions like a platformer with Street Fighter 2 mechanics. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. This is I heard this is considered to be the beginner's version. I thought Adventures was the beginner's version until I found this one was. So yeah. Jetsons. Not Flintstones. Jetsons. Made by Taito. This later on there will be a Japanese version of this game, but it'll be like a different name. I forget the name of it, but yeah. I guess look that up. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Okay. Super Ninja Boy. I have no clue what this one is. I just got it. I said, you know what is this? Turns out it's a RPG. Well, it's an RPG with beat 'em up mechanics. So, yeah. Tetris Attack. I like this. I like Tetris Attack. In Japan, this was called Panel de Pon, and Pon was released in the West for the first time via the Super SNES Online. Super Mario All Stars. Good game. I haven't played the Lost levels yet, but I should. Secret of Mana. Secret of Mana, one of my favorite Super Nintendo RPGs, and one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Plays like Zelda with RPG mechanics. That's what I like about it. Which I have Link to the Past, and it's destroyed, but it's still okay condition. Not okay, but it's pretty much like ripped. One of my favorite Nintendo games. Zero Evermore. This one is obscure, underrated RPG made by Squaresoft, and this was the only Squaresoft game to be released in the United States, not in Japan, not in Europe, just the U.S. The only RPG. It's really good. What about this game is that you play as Marty from Back to the Future and the dogs. Like when I play, it's like it says Back to the Future, but in RPG style. So yeah. Lester the Unlikely. Oh God. You know what? I'm gonna have to stream this. When AVGen made this episode, I was in for a treat. This game. Oh my God. They're gonna make Lester Unlikely like for the PS5. They'll probably make Lester Unlikely for the Amiga, or just Lester Unlikely for the R-Zone or the Tiger handheld games. Oh my God. Darius Twin, good shoot 'em up in the Darius series. I haven't tried to play this that much yet. Same with this game, Earth Strike Gunner STG by Nick NT Vic. The fuck is NT Vic? All right, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. I played a little bit. It's okay, and now we got ActRaiser. This one by Enix. This one was very weird because it was a SimCity style simulator with a side-scrolling platformer, side-scroll action platformer. It was really good actually. Unique for its time. RoboCop vs Terminator. I beat this game. The final boss was hard. It took me like an hour. Thunder Spirits. This is actually the Super Nintendo version of Thunder Force and for Genesis, made by Sega. Super Buster Bros. This one is a good game. I may want to try this one day because I played like a clone of it before on the internet. I think it was a mini clip. Troll Some Time, classic beat 'em up. Nothing to say there. Bart's Nightmare. I hated this game. I played it. Didn't like it. It was fucking frustrating for me to play. Super Valis 4. I beat this game. The Valis series in the Genesis is really good, so I recommend you guys try it. Skulljaeger. Nothing much to say. This is a action platformer, but it's pretty difficult. Jurassic Park. It's a top-down shooter, I believe, by Ocean. No save states. Fuck that game. Batman Returns. I like this game a lot. I like this game, but not that much. It's just made by Konami. It's a beat 'em up. So, King Arthur's World. This is a Lemmings-like game. Demon's Crest. Underrated game in the Super Nintendo library. This is from the Ghosts and Goblins series, and you see it's by we play as Firebrand, and this is actually from the Gargoyle's Quest series, which is unique. Sonic Blastman. I think when 2 days ago I streamed Time Dart Eon Man, and he looks like Sonic Blastman. So it's this NES version. So this is probably like the successor, but Sonic Blastman is a good beat 'em up. Yeah. Mega Man X. What? Nothing to say there. Just a good action platformer. So this is one of the two Super Famicom games I got. This is Shin Megami Tensei. It's in Japanese, and I swear to God, I don't know how to read in Japanese. So yeah, I'm kind of screwed there. My Atlas. Yeah. And then Wonder Project J. I have no clue what this is. This apparently says English patch, but when I played it, it's still in Japanese, so I don't know why. Lagoon. RPG by Seika. Kablooey by Kemco. I think it's a puzzle game. James Bond Jr. I got this and I haven't played it yet, but I should try it. Super Mario World. Classic Super Nintendo game. One of the best Mario games I like and one of the best games ever made. Breath of Fire. This is the first of the Breath of Fire series. I saw the second one. I saw like 3 and 4, but I don't know the series that well. Oh wow. Made by Squaresoft. Because I usually Breath of Fire I think of as a Capcom game, so I didn't see that coming. Brain Lord. RPG style game, and that's about it. I don't know too much about it. Illusion of Gaia from the Quintet series. It's an obscure NES RPG game. It plays like a Zelda game, but with in the age of exploration theme. If you want to try the Quintet series, you should, especially Terra Enigma, which was never released in the U.S. I wish it is I predict it's going to release in the U.S. through the Super Nintendo Online, because Terra Enigma is considered to be the Chrono Trigger of Europe, because when it's released in Europe, no one knows what that game was in the U.S. It's pretty good. Like, it was a Zelda-like game. I like the story, and the gameplay mechanics, and the music, but yeah. Earthbound. One of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Also a favorite Super Nintendo RPG, and one of the best in my list. Quirky game, just so you know. F-Zero. It's one of the launch titles for the Super Nintendo. NHLPA Hockey 93. And nothing much to say there. Gradius 3, another launch title for Super Nintendo. Super Widget. Don't know too much about this game, but I should try it out. Rocko's Modern Life, based on a Nickelodeon show, and it's good. Super Mario RPG / Legend of 7 Stars, a good Super Nintendo RPG, but for me, I don't know where to put it. Probably like outside the top 10. Tecmo Super Baseball. Yeah, by Tecmo. Lost Vikings. This one is a good puzzle game, and it's very unique because you have 3 Vikings, each with their different skill sets, and you gotta think it out within the maze-like platformer. Porky's Pig. This is a good, decent licensed platformer. Gun Force by Irem. So Gun Force would become known as what we known as Metal Slug, because the makers of Gun Force would go on to create Nazca, which they're known for Metal Slug, but not only that game Gun Force that would be well known for the Metal Slug series, but also In the Hunt, because In the Hunt has the same graphical style as Metal Slug. Yeah. Mega Man Soccer. This one This is kind of weird. Radical Rex. Oh, he's so radical. I saw a Sega CD version, and oh my god, it's like pricey, but I didn't get it because it's just radical. I rather play this one, so yeah. Super Metroid, one of classic Super Nintendo games. Mario Paint. Mario Paint is really good. Phalanx by Kemco. This one is a good shoot 'em up. I played it. I liked it. ActRaiser 2. This one is pretty much a platformer, an action platformer. No simulation or anything. Just straight up action platformer. Super Chase HQ. Support of the arcade game Chase HQ. I don't know if the when AVGen reviewed Title Legends, if you ever touched this one, but yeah. Dennis the Menace. Shitty ass platformer. Oh my god, it's also hard. God, I don't know why. Just don't know why. Final Fantasy 3, one of my favorite Super Nintendo RPGs of all time, and RPGs in my list. Everyone say get addicted. Oh, everyone's addicted of 7, but I'm like one of those people who like 3 the most, and actually the only Final Fantasy game I would ever play because it's on a Super Nintendo. But the other ones, like I would play before 7, but 3's the only one I would play, and Adventures 2, and Final Fantasy Adventures. Pocky and Rocky by Natsume. Before Pocky and Rocky, the first game was actually made by Taito. It's called Kai Kai, and that game is difficult. Just plain out difficult. No continues. Yeah. Shaq Fu. Oh, Shaq Fu. I'm gonna show. They should make like U2 Fu or Robin Williams Fu or who else? I'm gonna say another. Probably Dennis Rodman Fu, or I don't know, Shaq Fu. Who the fuck puts Fu in it? Like in the end of like people's last names. Ugh, Shaq Fu. Final Fight. Don't like this version because it's not close to the arcade port. So yeah. Kirby's Dream Course. This is the golf version of the Kirby's version of golf. SimCity, one of the games launch house for Super Nintendo. SimCity was I did a little bit of a SimCity stream for the NES 2 days ago, and yeah, it was gonna be on NES, but pretty much it was made when the Super Nintendo was gonna come out. The heydays of when the NES was gonna be released, so it went to the Super Nintendo instead. So yeah. Spider-Man X-Men Arcade Revenge, maybe LGN. Shit. Star Fox, classic Super Nintendo game. Street Fighter Alpha 2. This is kind of funny because the only Street Fighter game I have for Super Nintendo is this. No Street Fighter 2. What's kind of interesting is how a Super Nintendo version is still possible. Like, it was for the PS1, and this was like made in what, 1997? No, 96. And for some reason, Capcom is still able to pull this one off for Super Nintendo, despite its limitations. Super Black Bass by Hotbee. I don't know what Hotbee is. Super Caesar's Palace. Yeah. No. Super Empire Strikes Back. One of the hardest Super Nintendo games. I thought Super Ghosts and Ghosts was hard, but this one takes the cake. Just hard. And we have Super Ghosts and Ghosts. It's like, I think, and Super Ghosts and Ghosts, like this cartridge is hiding there. It's like, oh, you think I'm the hardest game, and then you have Super Empire Strikes Back, the hardest. So yeah. Jungle Book. Nothing to say here. Decent platformer. Prefer the Genesis version. Super Mario Kart. classic Super Nintendo game. Vegas Stakes, another casino-like game. Pitfall, Mine Adventures. Decent. Zardion by Ashmix. It's a mech game. It's decent, but I haven't played it that much. King of Dragons. This is actually I believe this is a port of the arcade version, or maybe I think so. Beat 'em up game. Dungeons and Dragons style beat 'em up from our Dungeons and Dragons arcade series. I'm not like a big Dungeons and Dragons fan, but I pretty much played the arcade because that's the only I would ever play. Battletoads and Double Dragon for the Super Nintendo. Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island, one of my favorite Super Nintendo platformers of all time. This one's unique because he plays Yoshi, and I played this on the Game Boy Advance, and since I have this, I like this a lot. NBA Jam, one of my favorite arcade games of all time, and one of the favorite sport games I like to play. So yeah. Snow White, decent platformer. So that's it there. I have 3 Donkey Kong games. Donkey Country 3, Donkey Country 2. This one's my favorite, and regular Donkey Kong Country. There's also Donkey Kong Country. It's like one of the competition cartridges, and that one's pretty rare. So yeah. D-Force, good shoot 'em up. I haven't played it, but I should try it out. Super Bomberman 2. Bomberman's my favorite series. Contra 3, Alien Wars. I'm not fond of the Contra 3 because I like Contra. Contra Hardcore was the most. Desert Strike. I believe this is a shooter made by EA. There's also Jungle Strike and Urban Strike. Play Fighter. Civilization. I should play this one day. I don't know why. Super Castlevania 4. I like the Castlevania series. Indiana Jones, Greatest Adventures. I like this game because it's three games in one, because they fit all the 3 moves in one cartridge. So yeah. And last but not least, you have Mega Man 7. I played this and it's really good. And Mega Man X3, which is also good. Mega Man X3 is considered to be one of the rarest in the library because they use a special chip for the graphics, and same thing with X2. But yeah, Mega Man X3. And over there, I just have some instruction booklets. I don't have a box yet, so it's pretty sad. And that's about it. So this is my Super Nintendo collection. So yeah. Next collection, I'll probably do a Game Boy. My Game Boy collection, because I'll probably show you that. And maybe I'll probably do a, just a Game Boy collection for now. And so that's my collection. And yeah, thumbs up.